Hi, my name's Harley Pierce, and I want to take you on my Plexus journey. I'll just start back from when I started. When it started was August of 2012, and I was working for two different healthcare companies, and I was doing provider care, going in and out of people's homes, taking care of them. Well, I started getting this significant pain in the middle of my upper back, and by the end of September, it was so bad that it had went from my back to all over my body. Um, I couldn't function. I was debilitated and in bed. I am a single mother of a 19-year-old son who was then 18 and a daughter who was 5 at the time. And I had a roommate. I'm not married, so I didn't have anybody else to financially support me. So when I was debilitated to the point I could no longer work, I had to get on assistance, which was very embarrassing for me. But I got $220 a month in cash assistance, and that was just awful. And so from the time of from August to January, um, my pain had just got worse. They had did the MRI on me and discovered that there was nothing in my back like a blown disc. And so my doctor continued to try to figure out what was wrong with me, and he did some blood tests, and it showed that I had an abnormal ANA, which is an anti-nuclear antibody um, blood work, and it basically determines if you have an autoimmune disease or not, and it showed that I did. And so, long story short, he sent me to two rheumatologists, uh, both in which diagnosed me rheumatoid, diagnosed me fibromyalgia and rheumatoid arthritis. So um, I suffered for months before I took Plexus. I had known about Plexus, but I'd suffered for months. And I didn't order the Plexus before because I couldn't afford it. I only, like I said, got $220 a month. So um, in January, after the first of the new year, I had told somebody very special to me that I loved them, and I loved my kids, and I loved my family, but I couldn't see spending the rest of my life like this, in this type of pain, in the bed, parenting from the bed. Um, that, uh, you know, I was probably going to have to check out. And I know that may sound horrible, and it is horrible. Um, it's an awful thing, but I just didn't see how I could take another year of pain like this, let alone the rest of my life, especially, being told that it was incurable. So I didn't see how I could parent from my bed, and they had me on a high fentanyl patch and like 12 Lortabs a day, and it didn't touch my pain. I was still miserable. So for you guys that are on that type of medication, just let me tell you now so I don't forget later, I'm not on the fentanyl patch at all, and I'm on low dose pain medication, and so it's a complete turnaround. But at the time, I wasn't even able to hold my brand new nephew, a newborn. I lost the ability to drive. I couldn't stand up and cook for my kids. Um, my kids and my roommate became my caregivers. They would get me up out of bed and walk me to the living room and sit on the couch where I would be in significant pain, and then have to turn around and walk back to bed with their help because of the pain. And it was just a horrible cycle, and pain equals depression. So that's what led up to that conversation, uh, with I couldn't live my life like this anymore. Um, so after the first of the new year, I had got my second month of cash assistance of $220, and I had prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. And one day I was praying, and I told God what I planned on doing, and He said for me to try the Plexus. He just put it in my heart to really try the Plexus, and um, I said, well, I don't have the money to pay my bills if I do. And He said to me, if you did that, you wouldn't pay your bills anyway. So, duh. So I ordered the Plexus. I called the name that was given to me, which is now my upline. I called her, and she gave me a rundown very quickly of what I would probably need to take. And so I actually held on to that information for a couple of days, and then when I got my check, that 220, I went ahead and I signed up as an ambassador, because it was cheaper for me to sign up as an ambassador and get a big discount on the products and than to just order the products. And plus, I thought, well, my mom told me if I'd sign up, that she would order some product from me. And so I thought, well, I at least have one customer, and that'll kind of help me pay for my products. And so that's what I did. And so I never really intended this to go any further than get me better, hopefully, and, just paying for my products. Well, I'm going to tell you the things that it did do for me. I'm no longer debilitated. I told my grandmother, she had 2 walkers, and I said, Grandma, you're going to have to pick a walker out, and I've got to take the other one home with me. And it was so aggressive that I know if I would have just waited a couple more weeks, I would have been in a wheelchair. And so I'm no longer debilitated. I can live a very manageable life. I'm not in extreme pain. I'm not on the pain medicine that I was on. Not like I used to be. I'm completely off the morphine. I'm on low-dose pain medication. That in itself is significant for me, because I never wanted to take pain medication in the first place. And then anybody who takes pain medication on a regular basis knows that it's hard to get off of that nasty stuff, because your body gets addicted to it. And so that's one thing that the Plexus has done for me. I didn't feel the withdrawals as I gradually stepped down off those pain medications. And so I didn't suffer withdrawals. And I did, even during the pain before the Plexus, try to go without the pain medication, and it was horrible. So I had none of that feeling on the Plexus. Also, I'm hypoglycemic. I was hypoglycemic. When I was pregnant with my daughter, 6 years ago, I was glucose intolerant, and the doctor told me that I would probably become a type 2 diabetic. Well, I'd had hypoglycemia before I was even pregnant with her, so up to the point that before I started taking Plexus, I was having a couple blood sugar attacks a day. So being on my Plexus Slim has made that stop totally in its tracks. So I don't have the blood sugar attacks like that anymore. Anxiety. I've had anxiety and panic attacks since I was in my young 20s. Well, I no longer have that. And so I don't have anxiety attacks. Another thing, I had food allergies. Probably less than a year before I started Plexus, I had been tested for food allergies, and I had to carry an EpiPen because I was allergic to everything wheat-based, corn-based, soy-based, had potatoes in it, pinto beans. When I was told all that about the food, I literally screamed and cried, because, you can't eat anything. You can't eat tacos because of the tortillas. I love Mexican food. Can't have milkshakes, all these things because everything has something of those products in it. If it's corn syrup, anything. So that was devastating to me, and I really mourned my food because I enjoyed eating. Um, so also fatigued. I've been very fatigued since I was a child. Um, the adults say, Hardy, go do blah, blah, blah. And I really didn't want to because I would say, I don't have the energy to do blah, blah, blah. And they'd say, yeah, you do. You're a kid. You have way more energy than us. And looking back, no, I didn't. I did not have the energy. And so that is one thing that I love about the Plexus is I can go to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, and wake up at 8 and feel like, a million bucks. The energy, just the clean energy, you don't feel jittery or anything. I just feel good. I feel like what normal people should feel like, normal, healthy people. Probably most of us aren't normal, healthy people because of our toxic foods that we eat, and I won't even get into that. That's a whole nother video. But anyways, I don't have the fatigue. Uh, let's see. I have lost some weight. That has not been my primary goal at all. It's a nice thing, nice side effect that's happened, basically, if you want to call it that. I have lost some pounds. I probably lost more inches than I have pounds. I can definitely tell in my clothes and in side-by-side pictures of myself that I have slimmed down, and that's nice. But my health has been really what I've been trying to get back, and I've got that back. So now that you know pretty much what the products have done for me, I'll tell you a little bit of what the business side of Plexus has done for me as well. As I told you before, I started this just hoping to feel better. I didn't really think that I would do anything as far as the business with this. A matter of fact, I was wanting to go to school to study theology before I got sick. And I wanted to be a minister of some sort. But I got a few months into the business and I started making money. And, I didn't make a whole bunch of money with my 2 part-time jobs either. It just basically equaled a full-time job. But, the home health business. So, I make more money than I did then. And I have the potential to make a whole lot more, a whole bunch more money. So, literally, it's an opportunity of a lifetime for me. But it's still just not even the money. I mean, money would be great, because it takes money to live. But I'm humble enough that, money's not everything to me. It's what it's done for me and what it's given me. And what it's given me is the ability to be available to my family and my children. I now homeschool my daughter for the first time ever. I just wanted to see what it was like and if I could do it. And it's going great, and we both love it. But I'm also available to my grandparents who are, in their 80s, and they need, somebody with them pretty much all the time. So I've kind of left my home sitting over there by itself to come be with my grandparents, and not a lot of people get to do that. So that in itself is going to be so rewarding for me, especially when they're gone. And I'm so thankful that I have that. I don't mean to get sentimental. Well, I do, because that's important to me. And being with my kids is important to me. So, just what that has done for me, what Plexus has done, what it's given me my life back and making me available to the people that love me and I love them back. That's the main thing. The weight loss is great, and the money is has the potential to be just extravagant. I mean, I have it all, at my fingertips, literally. If I keep pushing, and I will. But my family's always, more important, and I'm just so thankful I get to be with them. And I really feel for anybody that's been in my shoes. But if you're listening to this and you've suffered in any way, like I have with any of these things, or things similar, any type of autoimmune disease, diabetes, even weight loss, I have helped people, you know, um, on their Plexus journey. And I would like to help you on yours if you are interested at all in learning about Plexus. If you have somebody close to you, that is a Plexus ambassador, I encourage you to get with them. But if you don't have anybody, I would love to help you. So I just want to thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to my Plexus journey. And I I wish you all the luck and on yours, and I hope that you will start yours soon. Thanks.